Yeah, that's right, really.
He has answered or given a bit more detail about why Sony are not at E3 though, hasn't he? It's quite a lengthy answer.
So why is that then?
So he did an interview with CNET. He explained that the trade show used to be for trade. Retailers and journalists would flock to Los Angeles to learn about games on the horizon for their respective fields.
Yeah.
Nowadays, Sony has its own February trade show called Destination PlayStation, informing retailers of the platform's holders' plans for the year. So obviously that must be happening at some point during this month. As for games media, the internet has lessened the impact of reporting from E3. In other words, the trade show became a trade show without a lot of the trade activity. The world has changed, but E3 hasn't necessarily changed with it.
Yeah, it's true.
Another point that Layden says is that Sony simply doesn't want to falsely build expectations when it's focusing more and more on fewer, high-quality games. And with our decision to do fewer games, bigger games over longer periods of time, we got to the point where June of 2019 was not a time for us to have a new thing to say, and we feel that if we ring the bell and people show up here in force, people have expectation, they're going to tell us something, when basically what they're saying is they don't have anything to tell us, so there's no point in them.
Yeah, that's what was it. That
makes more sense than anything else.
Yeah. That's basically what I said before. Like because I was saying before that, like, if they got nothing to announce, nothing new to announce, then just don't do it.
There's no point spending the money to be there.
Exactly.
Giving people false hope and expectation.
And and another thing that he kind of highlighted that I find kind of interesting is, like, these games are becoming way more expensive to, like, make.
Yeah, of course.
And the time and the time it's taken to make these games is becoming longer and longer, which is another reason why I always thought that if these games are taking so long to make, then how come that generation is not a bit? It's not expanding. You know what I mean? So, which is weird, because it's like, because like the time scale for each generation. Okay, like the PS3 and the 360, like that generation, that was only long because I think of the recession, if I remember rightly. So I think that's why that's why it was so long. But I think now it's kind of like, well, in this generation, it's kind of disbanded a little bit. And I thought, because they're doing these half step measures in terms of the consoles and stuff, like with the Xbox S and X and the 4 and the Pro and stuff, I thought that, okay, well, maybe we might have a longer generation because they're doing these half steps, because they know that these games are taking longer. Like longer to make. But then, but obviously, like in a few years, well, in a year and a half time, allegedly, we'll be getting like the next, was it the next generation and stuff. So, so if that's the case, and that means that if it's taking longer to make these games, E3 like every year?
Yep.
So these games, like, was it potentially take 3 to 5 years to make? Yes. So that means that was it like 2-3 years in a row you're going to this E3 like shows with nothing new to even really talk about.
Or it's possible that Sony will just never turn up at E3 ever again.
No, I think they will, but I just think that because
they'll make their own thing better.
Yeah, but that's what the PlayStation experience is. It's like their own thing.
They'll make their own thing better. This is what I just said.
Oh, it make their own thing better. Oh, okay, yeah, maybe, but. Yeah, no, I mean, like, I totally understand that, and and it's funny because when he was saying that, it was basically about people coming learning about technology and certain other things, and and it's become something else, but E3 hasn't evolved with the time and moved with the time. So now it's kind of become a thing where people go, to like see what new announcements are gonna come about and stuff, So yeah, man. I totally get that. That's totally fine. That's cool. Yeah.
It's alright with Jay, so we're okay.
Yeah, because I run shit in this bitch. No, I'm joking.